Oh, hi. I'm still Draco Self Important. You should still listen to me. This is part 4 because I didn't clear the memory on this shitty fucking phone that I am recording these things on, and it filled while I was recording the last part. I watched back to see where I was, though. So I was talking about this lovely piece of art that I have crafted. Ooh, it looks neat with the light through it, right? I like that. I like that it does it. See, if you look on the back, you can see it through. So yeah, construction paper, watercolor markers, some water to make the watercolor markers be all fancy pantsy, and then I put a layer of lucite down on a silicone mat and put the thing on top of it, and then put lucite on top of that. And that first layer was like, I don't know. And then I did another layer, and then I took some cremains and I sprinkled those so that my darling brother is the stars in the sky. Um, and I think it looks really neat. I also think that he would appreciate this sort of thing. I know lots of people like putting human remains into art. Seems, you know, it's an art. It's not biological material. It's, all of that. But it's in lucite, even if it was. Oh, the thing that got cut off, I tried to preserve my spider when she died. Um, but what I did not consider was the heat of the chemical reaction of the resin hardening, which kind of caused her to cook and burst. It smelled awful. I still have spider nightmares. Uh, so, see, that's part of the reason that I had such a hard time killing spiders in my house is because, like, I had a pet white-kneed Brazilian tarantula, and there was something about having a spider that I paid and bought special food for, but then murdering the other ones just because they were smaller that made me feel real weird, and I couldn't quite reconcile it, and my probably autistic ass just let the spiders roam free in the house. So I've been paring that down. Nobody had any massive spider injuries or anything. I don't think anybody even had like spider bites. They don't care. They just want to eat the bugs. But still, there's a lot and they're scary. Eek. Um, there's not really a lot. Really, more than two is probably too many for anyone in my household. Oh god, I saw a third spider. We're all gonna die. I digress. So yeah, I just randomly doodled this thing because sometimes I feel artistic, and then I was like, "Ooh, what else can I do?" And I'm like, "Ooh, if I put it in the resin, then I can preserve it." And I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, I could put some ashes in there, and I bet that would look cool." Like if I sprinkled, and then once I started, and it started to like look like stars, I was like, "Ooh, that'll be perfect." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, sunflower seeds," and so like it was several days to this because it's multiple layers of resin. The painting itself took multiple because it was like drawn and then water and so like I'm not an artist. Like okay, I am an artist, but I'm not a trained artist, right? Like obviously, I made this. This is art. Whether you think it's good or not is inconsequential because it is incredibly meaningful to me. I think it looks really neat. And the thing that I did not quite intend when I made this was that I gave myself something big enough to embrace that is a part of my little brother. I'm fucking weird. Um, there's still part of me that thinks that I should go to mortuary school. Like, legitimately, like, um, I watch a lot of Ask the Mortician. If you have not seen Caitlin Doherty's stuff, do. If you have any interest in death care, even if you don't, go watch it anyway because I think more people should be comfortable with death because we're all going to die and everyone you know is going to die. And being able to deal with it in a healthy way is good. Um, And honestly, I think that I'm way better off having consumed a fuck ton of her content prior to losing my brother than I would have been otherwise. Because, like, you know, knowing what's going to happen to someone makes it a little easier, I think. I don't know, man. I've not been doing well the past couple of days, like, my own mental health, like, on the brink kind of shit. And so, like, thinking about what that loss feels like is kind of helpful because I, don't really want to do that to somebody else. But I'm not feeling like a very successful person today. But, que sera? I don't know, man. Unrelated, on a much more positive note, the comment section has been kicking. And by that, I mean there are like 3 people who have left comments, and one of them actually seems to be kind of fun to talk to. P.S. I have a business email if you want to be my German pen pal. Anyway, email in the about section. No, but legitimately, please, anyone, comment. Please subscribe. I'm going to be that asshole because if I get 50 subscribers, then I can start doing live streams. And if I can start doing live streams, then I don't have to worry about how long the recording goes. I can just make it go and it'll automatically go. And also, if anyone's actually interested in interacting, I can talk to people while I make it go. So that's the ultimate goal. If I can get to 50 subscribers, I can start doing live streams, and that will make this way more fun for me. And maybe for you too. Hopefully for you too. I digress. Thank you for dealing with the 47 parts that was this ridiculous crying rant. If you have made it this far, I love you. Be safe. Make good choices.